Hello there and welcome to my channel. This is my first video, and as an introduction to my channel, I thought I would explain the history behind the phrase, "Don't give up the ship," a phrase very commonly used in the US Navy, as well as the background for this video and likely many more on this channel. Now, I am a history enjoyer, TM, and I am very fond of historical flags. Now, at the moment, I have 3 flags in my room, and one of these is "Don't give up the ship." Now, for insight into this flag, we have to head back to everyone's least favorite and most ignored major American war, the War of 1812. Now, the British Empire was the largest empire in human history, around 1.5 times larger than the second largest in history, the Mongol Empire. Now, while the lyrics of the song "The British Grenadiers" are obnoxiously self-flattering, the essence of it is true. The song's lyrics being, "Some talk of Alexander and some of Hercules, of Hector and Lysander and such great names as these. But of all the world's great heroes, there's none that can compare with a ta-ra-row and a ra-ra-row to the British Grenadiers. Those heroes of antiquity ne'er saw a cannonball, or knew the force of powder to slay their foes withal." Okay, you get the point. And yes, I do have the song memorized for some reason. Don't judge me. Even the British can make a bop once in a while. Oh, and if you like my fife playing, make sure to like the video and subscribe. The point is that the British Army was the greatest army the world had ever known. There is no embellishment needed. And as much as their army was great, people often forget to include that the crown jewel of the British military was the Navy. However good the British Army was, the British Navy was usually 5 times better. And to add to that, it must be added that very few countries had any resemblance of a proper naval force by this time. That being said, being a small and very new nation with constant disagreement among its leadership and a population of mostly farmers during the beginning, and an army of militiamen and rapscallions, the American Navy did surprisingly well during the Revolution and the War of 1812. Now, it's not 100% obvious as to why this is, but I feel that a lot of it can be attributed to great leadership. During the American Revolution, you had John Paul Jones, the best American naval commander of all time, and I won't take no for an answer, along with other commanders who were very impressive. During the War of 1812, one of these commanders was James Lawrence, a New Jersey native born to a loyalist father. Now, I'd love to recount the biography of Captain Lawrence, but this video is quite long already, so it's best to carry on. Lawrence commanded the USS Vixen, the USS Wasp, the USS Argus, the USS Hornet, and finally, the USS Chesapeake. Now, it would be this final command, during a naval battle on the 1st of June, 1813, that would cement him into legend. And no, he did not win the battle. He died. But during the onslaught, he said those immortal words, "Tell the men to fire faster, don't give up the ship." And he never did. On June 4th, he died of his wounds. When news reached his close friend and fellow naval captain Oliver Hazard Perry, who to this day is probably the only person who could truly claim that danger was their middle name, he was distraught. He then ordered a flag to be commissioned, written in a big and bold white script on blue background, of Lawrence's final words. The idea, however, came from another one of Perry's friends, Samuel Hambleton, who had it sewn by a woman living around Erie. Then, Perry named a ship after his late friend, the USS Lawrence, which he made his flagship for the coming battle on Lake Erie. The Battle of Lake Erie, also called the Battle of Put-in-Bay, fought on September 10th, 1813 was truly an extraordinary battle. Oliver Hazard Perry sailed into battle with his new flag flying high on the Lawrence. The battle started and it was fierce. Soon, the Lawrence started to sink. Then, Perry decided to make an incredible move. He grabbed the flag from the ship and rowed to the USS Niagara, which he then made his new flagship. And Oliver Hazard Perry, the epic guy that he was, won the dang battle. And all of the British forces, along with their 2 full-rigged ships, 1 brig, 2 schooners, and 1 sloop, yes, those are the names of the types of ships, I'll explain in a different video. The USS Niagara is currently the state ship of Pennsylvania, one of only 18 states with one. The original USS Lawrence was raised in 1875, but then burned in a fire in 1876. And thus, we now have this wonderful historical flag that hangs in my room behind my guitar amplifiers, even though it keeps falling down because I didn't hang it properly. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I would really like it if you would subscribe. More history videos, as well as videos covering a wide range of topics, are still yet to come. Until next time, and remember one thing, don't give up the ship.